Good morning, YouTube. Actually, it's not morning. It's still the afternoon of that freezing day, the first cold day we've had in Florida in a while. And last time you saw me, I was starting to work on the bedroom. And as you can see, I am laying down in the bedroom. I couldn't resist this nice, comfortable, soft bed that Connie got for me. It feels so much better than the padded, the mattress in the van. It's not that bad to have that mattress in that van, but gosh, a real mattress, a real bed with all this room and space feels so much better. But I was laying down and I was like relaxing and almost fell asleep. Wasted a lot of time, but I don't know if it'd be considered wasted time because I actually did relax a bit. I'm not sitting in the van in a cold, rainy day. I don't know if you can hear the raindrops happening right now, but it's raining outside. So it's cold, it's rainy, it's miserable outside. And I'm actually in the RV, and I was supposed to be working, and I did work some, but decided to take a little break and lay down. But yeah, I did. The last time you saw me, I was getting ready to do the bedroom, and I did do some of the bedroom. I didn't finish. So I feel a little bit bad, but not too bad because, I'm not in a rush or anything. And I decided to take the break when I did just to lay down and chill a little bit and try to assess my situation. Anyhow, as you can see, I have started to organize things a bit. I put the computer monitor up and have even screwed it into place. I don't know if you can see the little screws there holding the monitor down. This will keep the monitor from flying around. The keyboard, I'll probably Velcro. The speakers, I may Velcro into place. I'm not going to screw those down. And I'm debating what to do here. I might put a little container and we'll probably Velcro it. Or I might screw it in like a little box just to hold things. Right now I've got my pictures and stuff that I need to put up. Now, I did manage to install the power strip right here. So this will allow me to plug in 120 volt appliances. And as you can see, I got my space heaters here, which aren't operational because I don't have 120 volt power. We'll probably do a little segment on space heaters just to remind people how they work and some safety issues and whatnot. But anyhow, I did not finish. I put a lot of stuff off the bed, put it up. I didn't strap it down yet, but I'm starting to organize it, debating what I want where because it's going to be kind of strapped down and locked into place. Like the computer here is still on the floor. It's not picked up or anything. So I did manage to clear the counter and get things somewhat organized. Put the fan up. Um, so it's looking a little bit better, but it's not done. And I'll probably resume this tomorrow and try to get some more work done with the bedroom area so it can actually be used. But even like right now, I can lay down and it's so comfortable. Man, you don't believe how comfortable this bed is compared to laying down in my van. It's nice to have a full-size bed with a real mattress to lay down on. So my strategy might be to, when I head off from work, head to the RV and kind of chill here because it's like Hut 3.0. I don't know if you guys were following me when I used to live in Hut 2.0 out in the woods at the compound. I would get off work at Walmart and stuff and head over to my hut and lay down and relax and just chill out there. That's how the RV is being set up right now, is for chilling. So, and it's even got more amenities like windows and electricity. So it's definitely better than Hut 2.0. Now the issue is right now it's running off 12 volts, which I'm gonna have to start the engine up and charge up. But otherwise the RV's functional. Like if I wanted to, I could turn the pump on. If I turn that on, then the water will work again. So this is like a little house. It's self-contained. Air conditioning won't work unless I have 120 volts. Bathroom's still a mess, but lights work. I can turn things on and off, just like a house. So it's like Super Hut 3.0. So I'm going to be finishing this up the next time. That computer doesn't work, so I may end up having to toss it. It's a big, huge, heavy, huge thing. I don't know. Or I may still use it. Even though it's so big, it's just a little big when you're in a limited space like an RV. It's hard to have big things, like big old computers and stuff. But it is retro. I'm trying to do like a lot of retro type stuff, just to remind me of my youth, of my childhood. But anyhow, I do need to finish this up, and we'll try to finish it up next time. In the meantime, though, we're probably going to do another Cooking with Denoy, yeah, before I leave here. Thinking we're going to try out this cheddar cheese flavored instant lunch. It is, look, even the noodles are different. It's like, I don't even think they're going Asian anymore. Maruchan Instant Lunch is now catering to different nationalities. They got this one, and they have this one here, which is soy flavor, which would be Asian, but it's just interesting. And look at the noodles. The noodles aren't the same. So the couple noodles, they're like 30 cents each at Walmart. I'm going to try this one out just for the heck of it, just to do a little taste test. And then these other packets, we're going to try cooking these up later for some cooking episodes. But for now, essentially, I'm going to call it a day. I'm just going to go ahead and eat, power things down, charge my battery, my vehicle house battery back up. But I'll be cooking the food here in a moment. So stay tuned for that. I do want to thank you all for joining me. I hope that wherever you are, you're managing to stay warm. And I appreciate all of you who have been sending me little tips and stuff. As a matter of fact, I got a little tip for you guys. I think I'll go ahead and talk about it here on this video instead of on a separate video. But it has to do with space heaters. Specifically, electrical space heaters. Okay, and you can see we got two different ones. We got a little one and a big one. And the little one uses like, it says it uses 250 watts at 25 degrees Celsius, 270 watts at 0 degrees. So it uses more when it's colder for some reason. But the big one says it uses... Oops, I got it upside down here. It says fan forced heater by Pelonis, 1500 watts, 1500 watts. And you might be wondering what the heck I'm looking at that for. Well, if you're in the market for a space heater, it can be a little bit daunting when you go to Walmart or Home Depot or whatever to buy a space heater, an electrical space heater. But, they come in all like shapes, styles, and price range. But essentially, the main thing you want to look at is the watts. Like in this case, it's the 250 or the 270. And that one is 1500. Looking at these two, I can tell you that one's going to be a lot more powerful because it outputs 1500 watts. Okay? And watts is how much energy it'll use. Most of the full-size space heaters might go up to 1800 watts. Most of them I don't think will go above 1800 watts. I think they're all locked at 1800 watts maximum. So what that means is if you're looking for a full-size space heater and all the ones you're looking at, they say 1800 watts on them, they're all the same. The only real difference would be whether or not one uses a fan to force blow the air throughout the room to circulate, or if it's radiant, where it'll just radiate the heat off from there. If it's a radiant one, it'll take longer to heat up the room. It's very slow because it's radiating the heat out. But if it's a fan forced one like this one here, it'll heat up your room a lot faster. So, if you're looking to buy a space heater and you're wanting the room to warm up, as fast as possible, as long as it's not too big a room, I would get one that was forced, with a fan. But I wouldn't pay a lot for it. If I had a choice between a $20 space heater and a $200 space heater, and they both did 1800 watts, I'd go with the $20 one. Okay, the $1,800 one, I mean, the $200 one may have all sorts of features like a remote and all sorts of other stuff, but essentially, it's not going to be any more effective than the $20 one. So just a little tip, look at the number of watts that it outputs, or how many watts it requires to run, because that's what it's going to use to convert the energy. And that should determine, how hot or how effective that thing really is going to be. And of course, if it has a fan blowing it out, blowing the forced hot air around the room, it'll warm the room up a lot faster than one that just simply sits there and radiates energy. So I hope you found that little tip useful. If you're out there in the market for a space heater, just understand that if you're trying to run this from a van, it's going to be very expensive as far as how much electricity it uses, because 1800 watts is a lot of power. Just to put things in reference, remember my rice cooker? That's only 300 watts. And my big, if you want to call it big, inverter that I haven't hooked up yet is only 2000 watts. See this? This one that I bought from Harbor Freight that I haven't installed yet. It's only a 2000 watt inverter. So that means if I was trying to run the space heater on here, I could run that big one on here, or a full-size one at 1800 watts, but it would not be able to run much else other than the space heater. It's using a lot of power. And that would mean you have to generate that much electricity. And if you're running it off a battery pack, like a house battery pack, it's going to drain down really, really fast. So heating and cooling using electricity, probably not the most effective. Although for air conditioner, I would use electricity. But it might be better to try to use a swamp cooler, which, would use less electricity, because all you're doing really is just pumping water through maybe some kind of a mesh or something, and letting the water cool the air versus running a compressor and whatnot on a real air conditioner, regular air conditioner. So anyhow, I hope you found this video useful if you are in the market for a space heater, and if you are trying to motivate yourself and finishing a project or something like that, know that I'm doing the same thing. And forgive yourself if you decide to take a little nap in the middle of your work, because the bed is so comfortable. But just remind yourself that tomorrow's another day, and I am further along today than I was yesterday. So until next time, everyone, take care. God bless you all. Please stay safe. You're all in my thoughts and prayers. Bye-bye now.